Matt-Trakker's gonna live the nation, and Spectrum's got such supervision. M.a.s.k is a mighty power that could save the day. M.a.s.k, no one knows what lies behind the mask charade. M.a.s.k, always riding out on Venom's trail. Comes to the laser rays, fire away.
Hey everybody, it's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com and welcome to this episode of Behind the Mask. This one here, it's actually cooler than you might think. I'm talking about lunchboxes. Picture yourself when you were younger. You had energy and you were full of life and there wasn't COVID-19 and protests and everything else that's happening in the world. You just had to worry about how cool you were at the lunch table, right? If you pulled up to the lunch table with one of those really awesome plastic lunch boxes or the metal ones, I'm a little bit too young for the metal ones. They were around, but I didn't have them. It was mostly plastic. I'm guessing kids were hitting each other with them at that point. Every property had one. I mean, in my lifetime, I probably had about 10,000 of them, to be honest. I don't have that many right now, but there's a lot of variations of single ones and just ones that blew up and just went all over the place. I remember having Masters of the Universe, Ninja Turtles, DuckTales, Batman, Superman, Justice League, Superpowers, Spider-Man, like it just ran the gamut, really. I don't remember what they cost back then. I would imagine they were probably around $10, and they all came with a thermos. If you know the pricing, let me know what they used to cost. I just don't remember off the top of my head, and I apologize. But I got mine here. And, you know, your mom or dad or whoever, grandparents, packed your lunch with care and put it in this thing. And it sat unrefrigerated all day until you had lunch. My sandwich of choice was cheese and mustard. Thinking back on it, it's kind of disgusting that it sat literally all day in my locker in an unair-conditioned hallway. Might explain some of my problems today. Maybe. But M.a.s.k, made by Thermos. I have a couple different ones actually. But like, you got to the table, right? You open it up and you see your lunch and you get this thing in it and you just throw up right inside your lunchbox. It's simple as that. But in all seriousness, it was the best part of your day. You got to not think about what 2 + 2 was and, you know, who wrote the Declaration. It didn't matter anymore. You were eating whatever was in here. And I also Ecto Cooler, Capri Suns. Yeah, that's where it was at. This one here depicts a scene of Rhino, Boulder Hill, Thunderhawk, and Switchblade. Now the weird thing is that Matt-Trakker does not look like Matt-Trakker in this picture. I'm going to get it the best I can. If it doesn't come out great when I do the editing, I'll post a video. I am using a new camera, by the way. Let me know if you like it or not. It's a very odd picture here. And if Bruce is in the back here, who's that driving? Rhino. It looks like Matt. So Matt's pictured twice on here. I don't know. Maybe Matt's also flying Switchblade. But I don't have the thermos for this one. This was 1985. Kenner Parker, made by Thermos. Now here's the red version of it. The exact same scenario, just red. It said there were 10,000 variations you could probably get of the same thing. And there was probably other colors too. There's probably green and there's probably black and gray, who knows? But it's the same scenario. It's got Matt driving 2 cars at once. I don't think they talked about cloning in M.a.s.k, but maybe I missed that episode. And then there's something going on up here at Boulder Hill. I don't know what's happening up there. I always find it funny to look back at some of these older pictures because obviously they weren't done by like the original artists, you know what I mean? So there's a little bit of give and take here. It's just, it looks like it looks like crash test dummies are fighting each other up there. Oh, I just find that funny. But my sense of humor is different, I think. So there's a red one with some dust. These usually sit up here on my my shelf, by the way, so I don't get dusting up there too often. And then I have another one here, and there are others that I've seen. This one here is from 1987. This one has a little bit of different depiction of Thunderhawk and Hurricane and Buzzard. Looks like Matt is only piloting one vehicle, so it's accurate. And unfortunately, Hondo is in his actual accurate uniform to the toy. Sorry, Hondo. But this one here, I do have a thermos. I got this at RetroCon a few years ago. I don't really want to open it. I don't know if you saw a while ago when I did my review of the Venom Viper mask. I found mold inside the packaging. So you got the little cup here. Apparently, you know, if you drank coffee when you were a kid, you could do that, or if soup, you know, more appropriate, I think. Here's the thermos. All the thermoses were the same. They didn't do that great of a job of keeping anything really hot or really cold. They kept it somewhat okay for a little while. Not like the stuff we have today where you could get something, put ice in it in the morning and it's still the same later on in the day. You would have, you know, ice packs maybe in here. It just depended on like how inventive your parents were or your grandparents or whoever took care of you at that point was. I don't know what this is on it. I don't want to touch it. I'm a little creeped out touching it right now. And that's one of the caveats of collecting old stuff that was used to transport food. It can be a little gross. This one here, though, has a different clasp, and that's the other thing I'll point out. From 2 years' time, excuse the dust, you can see that this one here on the 85 one has a metal clasp, and down here it's a straight plastic. So you can see that safety guidelines kept getting different as time progressed. As I said, some of them were just plain metal before, and then now they're not. Same thing with toys. You had metal toys, and then they became plastic because crazy people like me will throw them at their brother and think it was funny, realizing today that it's still kind of funny but also hurtful. But did you have any of these mailboxes? I'm waiting for something in the mail. I'm really anxious about it, by the way. Future episode of Behind the Mask. But did you have any of these lunchboxes? And do you still have them? Did you have any different colors? Did you have any from 1986? That's what I'm curious about because I haven't seen one from 1986. If you have one, I'd love to see it. Send me an email, Matt-Trakker.com. I'd love to be able to display it on the website. I have a page of like miscellaneous items, and those are on there. It's just fun to see all the neat stuff that M.a.s.k put its brand on that you kind of just forget about. Things that you probably cherished and held every day, but as you got older, it just kind of fell by the wayside. I find a lot of, I get a lot of joy of preserving these things, and that's what this website's about. That's what this show's about, is not only preserving the physical, tangible things you can see behind you, but also the memories. And whatever memories I have, I want to share with you, and vice versa. So let me know what you got. And until next time, please like, comment, and subscribe to help keep M.a.s.k alive. And this is Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'll talk to you later.
Spectrum's got such super